Rotterdam Red Pandas versus the Loch Ness Nessies. I don't know if this is quarterfinals or not.
Is this?
But yeah, but we're gonna go and start on Ilios and Brutals. What do you think? Well, it's
What do I think? I think this is gonna be a banger of a match. Pickups is gonna have Blade here soon too, so might close it out with that. So good heat response from Pandas. The Red Pandas is the Primal Rage. Let's see if they can get the EMP in time here. I feel like that's what they can do. Oh, he has just Bendy man on the point now. Pickup is to try and get a pickup here in the back, and Suzu's committed pretty early here for Pandas. The duplicate is committed here. It's a JQPJQ.
I feel weird about getting that thing in the back line. Straight in the air.
I believe it. There's a rampage.
Yeah, I was straight in the wall. That's Mikey Dukes Genji. He's back. But Nathan is kind of just doing all the work though.
Oh my god.
I guess the blade is. Now they're just gonna rush down
Yeah, all they have left is this overclaw on the Nessie side. Can he touch? They do get a touch, but they lose too. Beyond the approach here.
Man on the ball, his signature specialty character only. He's fighting off the point. He's not gonna be able to get back on.
No.
And it is crazy. Oh no. Actually, I like watching Kingsrow, I'll be honest.
I do too. I mean, if the Nessies keep playing what they're playing, then you know, that's why I kind of guessed Kings Row if they keep playing what they're playing, which is more like a death ball centric type comp.
Mikey just being an absolute freak stalker of nature.
Yeah. Oh, and just a TP. Okay.
They are just on point.
TP with the side. Oh, that's more powerful. Nathan just kind of falls over there.
A huge play because they know that they're gonna set up to like get crossfire and do stuff at point. If they just like get past it, now their Sombra is like in your back line. So now he's gonna
I think the EMP is probably gonna be countering the Symmetra wall here. Yeah. Yeah, there it is.
So many as Nathan Mikey just walking on the back line for 3.
Yeah, but the Nessies are coming on 4 of their ults here, but
here comes a dragon who does get a dragon blade, but he does get hacked. He's gonna be standing in a rampage. Yeah, but Miniman responds with one of his own after he kills 2. Lord does the spin move. So funny, so goofy. Freeze.
I guess found the wizard there. Oh, the beat gets LOS by the Ramatra shield, unfortunately, and Vin falls. And the Red Pandas.
Mikey barely escapes of being caught. There's a huge attack and 3s on the full, the BAP and the Empire.
Huge shatter from Vin though.
Nathan. And a blade secures as
What's going on, guys? King BOON1E Gaming here, back with another Minecraft montage. And today, we are here with the Red Pandas versus the Munich Mice in the Aurora Season 3 Grand Finals. Today, we have our draft desk, pre-game draft desk, or pre-game desk here, with me, myself, Angel, and FlamboJambo, FedoraMaster, and MuffinLumps.
I love this draft desk. It's really drafty.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel a wind coming.
Anyways,
I can't believe her.
Yeah.
Nice MySpace.
Yeah.
Real.
You know, like I felt that like MySpace was going to become the newest thing. Hence, due to like the Twitter changes, I think MySpace is coming back, baby. I'm ready.
So what's
I'm
our
ready for
opinions
this.
on this game?
I think this would be a really good. I think this could be the closest grand finals in a while.
Okay. Yeah, not closest grand finals ever, because we had the one that we had the incident. But do you want to move to like our draft prediction Preds first?
Yeah, Preds. Let's see. Because I know my Pred is a bit goofy silly, just because I want it to be special.
Oh yeah, I think mine's more special. Oh yeah.
Oh, the Preds. What?
Oh.
And yeah, I
I
went
can't believe you would Pred that.
I went with the Red Pandas, 4-1. You know,
Wow.
it's a team with
Wow.
Mikey, Sully, Nathan, Riddle, Wiggle. That's
Wiggle.
That's pretty powerful. I mean, what, your
07.
lowest star players? Diamond? Yeah.
Current Diamond, yeah. And then everyone else climbed up to GM plus, even though Oaks is on his off roll of DPS rather than on his signature role of tank that he won the grand finals last season on. But
Yeah.
I mean, he's still showing up very well.
I mean, his DPS is also GM now. GM
Yeah.
2 peak. So,
Also very smart, very
you know,
vocal player.
from my opinion, unless if you're trolling, I don't see how you can't pred the Munich or the Red Pandas.
That's what I did. Yeah, I did a goofy gaffy, and I don't know which score production gave me. Yeah, the 4-0 for the Mice. Yeah, let's go. I think if the Mice can get momentum, they could have a chance. But also, I see the possibility of both these teams just shutting themselves down, like, internally a little bit. So, yeah. But there is a world where it's a 4-0 for the Mice. It's also a world where it's a 4-0 for the Pandas. So,
Yeah.
I just went with the funny one.
I gave them a pity map.
Oh yeah. Pity map. Nah, it's 7-map bingo, boys. We're going 7 maps, and then at the end, it's gonna be like Strudel just goes in, gets like 20 sleeps, and then it's gonna be the Mice winning at the end. The Red Pandas get 3 maps due to Wiggle hard carry. That's what's gonna happen, and then it's just gonna be battle of the 2 main supports.
Battle of the Titans.
Yeah. Wiggle and Skyso, who 2 very insane main support players. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's So I'm glad that we're all kind of split on here. I personally went 4-2 in favor of the Red Pandas. I mean, for me, I think Red Pandas have played so much together. I think they have a lot of team chemistry going on. A lot of the players are very strong, and again, have played together for a very, very, very long time. I think, in particular, I think the hybrid maps are going to be heavily in favor of the Red Pandas, as well as I think, while I did give 2 over to the Munich Mice, I think Control is going to be favoring the Munich Mice. They like to play that Reaper Ramatra style very, very well. They're dominating in scrims on it not too long ago, but I'm excited to see how this goes. I think this is going to be a very long series, as you guys said, but I think in the end it's going to be a war of attrition as to which team is going to be able to hold out for longer and keep playing at that really, really high level. So let's see. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Coming in,
can't believe
we
the
also
casters
got, BOON1E going with the Pred of 4-2 mice, Corey 4-0. Not mice, red pandas, They actually are using brain power, so good for them.
Nah.
And community Preds. Yeah, that makes sense.
74%. Wow.
Wow,
Shout
who could have
out,
seen that coming?
That's even more than I was expecting, though. To be honest, I was
Shout
expecting
out to
closer to
the-
like a 60.
26% of believers. Shout out to the 26 believers of the mice. Come on.
I was expecting like a 90%. Munich mice winning at 4-0, all in for my boy Yak. Yeah, someone's coping in chat. That's for sure.
Listen,
Stats?
Stats? Wow.
Stats?
Why don't we compare the flex supports and captains of these teams? We
It is
got
very interesting to
Strudel
see.
and Riddle Dog.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see. It's both the flex sports, so they do similar things on the teams. They lead the teams in similar ways, and and they got stats. We can get stats. We can go to give me your numbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So your Riddle Dog stats. That's a low deaths per 10. That's a low deaths per 10.
Honestly, don't like it. Low death, not good. Personally, I'm a high death type of guy. The damage is also really nice, but that time played, ooh.
I believe this is on all heroes, so that's kind of insane stats that he's pulling off. He's averaging more than a final blow of life, so.
I think
insane.
a
You
big part
see-
of that low deaths is also because, again, that team is just so communicative, right? They have so many in-game leaders and people who are really comm heavy, and Riddle himself, he knows how to speak up when he is in trouble, and everyone will turn around as soon as they hear him talk because they know that if he's saying something, it's very important and they need to help him right away. So I'm excited to see how Strudel's numbers reflect this as well.
Strudel stats. I mean, pretty similar.
A little
I
bit
think.
more deaths, a little bit
more
less
deaths.
elums, a little bit higher in final blows,
Look at
and a
that
little less
play time,
damage.
though. More experience.
Yeah, more experience. more
More
map
experience.
Now
vibes.
that's what I like. That better death amount.
So we got the People's Guide versus Strudel
Pikachu.
versus Turtleneck.
What?
Okay. Another thing to keep in mind is that I know in recent games, Riddle's been playing a lot more of that Moira, whereas Riddle's been sticking on to the Baptiste and Kiriko, I believe. So it would be interesting to see if they stray from this at all, or if they were stick to what they've been playing recently. And along those lines, Tanic, really well-known Mei player, and if the Pandas will match that Mei from Ox. So it'll be interesting to see how that duel will work, if it even occurs.
Yeah.
I think I really only see Red Pandas going May. I think if they decide that the Genji is becoming too much of a problem on the mice. Granted, again, mice don't play the Genji a whole lot. Again, opting towards that more Ramatra, Moira, Reaper composition, and then with the Mei of their own. But if they do opt to try to go for a more dive style, then I could maybe see the Red Pandas try to hope to slow down the game a little bit, try to punish the all-ins from the Munich mice. But I don't know. It'll definitely again depend on what each of these captains and team strategies are going in, who they expect they're going to have to play around and try to shut down early, because both of these teams are very adaptable and will change their comps very quickly if they need to.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's some great analysis our guest had.
Yeah,
Approximately 2 minutes until we go to the casters, so.
also like
on
a
the one
flyer,
I
I
do
could
think
see
if it's a
flyer.
dive situation, it does favor the Pandas slightly, even though I think dive is both these teams' weakest comps.
Yeah.
But I think just the possibility of Mikey being pocketed on Echo is pretty good in comparison to what the mice can provide.
I think that's why they picked this map, was basically to sort of, because the mice have very strong brawl versus the other comps not on as good. So they're trying to sort of, Pandas are trying to like branch out of like the like comps to not play to like the mice's weaknesses rather than the strengths of the mice.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting the fact that both these teams, like if I was the side of the Pandas, right, I'd want to go dive map just because our dive maps, even though it's not our good map type, it's probably still gonna be better than the mice. Like the mice are not good at dive. So yeah.
Well, I do think too that the Red Pandas have been practicing a lot with the more brawl style. They played it a lot in their last series. In that 3-0, right? They only played one dive map. That was probably the closest map for them. They did like to do the Tracer Sombra stuff, so I wonder if we'll see more of that here on Oasis. I think could be really strong. Because then Nathan on that Ramatra can take so much space and play so well with his positioning that a lot of times he's not even punished that hard if the rest of the team collapses around him. So it really gives a lot of freedom to, for Ox and Mikey to go on that back line, try to take out Strudel and Skycer if he can, and Panini if he can. So we'll see if that's maybe the style they're wanting to play here, picking that Oasis. But again, I think it could just very well be maybe the Red Pandas just want to try to show the mice up on their own map type.
Woo!
Okay. That will be all for your draft or for your pregame deaths. We will see you guys back at halftime. But until then, we're gonna head over to a quick little map break, and then you will hear from the casters.
Yeah, let's go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome on into the Aurora Overwatch Clash. I'm your playmaster, BOON1E. Joining me today will be Corey. He's off screen. I'll get all set up over here, but we do have a bit of a couch cast situation going on right now. It's a new look. It's definitely interesting. We apologize for delay trying to get things to work, and I hope this is working. I'm away from my PC at the moment, so I can't really tell. Hi, Java. Welcome to the cast. Well, anyway, we're in the grand finals, Corey. What do you really expect coming through here in this game right now? Welcome to the desk.
Thank you. You know, personally, I'm expecting the Red Pandas to take this quite handily. I might be a little bit biased, but hello. You know, they just look like a more well-rounded team. And, oh.
We're heading into our first map, which is of course going to be Oasis. So go ahead. The thing is not quite working on my setup right now, but we will figure this out. But we are fighting just about and that is first Going on.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a little orientated here, but yeah, I expect to see a lot more of these coming in, but also
Yeah, I did unmute my mic on the webcam, but it did not accept it, so hopefully we're good now. Fish doesn't find the first pick, and a wiggle higgle force out a TP as well from Real Dog, so it's a very scuff fight right now from Rotterdam, but Nathan gonna jump on in with that bubble, nice and healthy, jumps out. The Waywall will stop the contest, however, so point does flip in the meantime. Oxball's very weak here and falls to the fish. The fish pummels, and now it's just 3 members stuck on a high ground for just a moment. The TP coming up from 7 to scare him off. But as of right now, Rotterdam are forced to retreat as Munich Mice takes this over pretty quickly. They're set up again here for the recontest here. Fish close to that annihilation. However, Tampy blowing towards that May, the newly buffed May. Definitely something Nathan's to look out for, but Nathan does have Perm Rage, Micah the Pulse here. Going for a pretty aggressive jump here is Nathan. Has that Perm Rage, looks to knock someone off, but does not going to come through. Strudel pops out that Coalescence. Panini will get the boop on the Ox, the 1-for-1. But Mikey falls up onto Panini, still has his Pulse Bomb. Fish, though, with the Annihilation, will find Wiggle. Both losers are traded out right now, but Fish is very strong, very big, and very muscly in the small corridor. Locking down on everybody inside Annihilation. However, they do escape, but the point has not flipped. Nathan falls very low. Nathan's stuck in. Here comes the EMP from Ox. They do find 3. Do they have enough to turn it around? Some members down. It's just, oh, the DPS, but that's all they need. It sees Mikey is found 2 here. Ox falls up as well. Panini goes down. No beat in sight. 95% counting, and now Tanpy does have his Blizzard. Plus a 1v3. Finds a headshot onto Mikey. The fadeaway, the Kobe fadeaway. But that is going to be the point flipping there for Rotterdam. But they had to invest pretty heavily there, Corey.
yeah. So what I'm seeing here is just a lot more contribution from everyone on the Mice. I'm seeing a lot from Mikey and Real Dog, but it looks like they're playing one of their more uncomfortable comps here. So we'll see how they adjust to the static comp of the Mice.
They do have a lot of ults here to use as well. 7 with the Death Blossom. They have the B. Does it hack? Panini, though, will stay alive. So the hack not quite buying too much. Is beat versus beat here. A true constant here on Oasis Gardens, but as of right now, no ult being invested, just slow poke for now. Nathan takes advantage up on the high ground, but here comes 7 with the Death Blossom. Finds nothing to Blizzard as well. Doesn't knock anybody down, but Nathan does get ice. Nathan is still alive. The heals from Real Dog keep the tank alive in this fight, and Wiggle has the beat to invest. Panini still hugging onto it. It's a 1-for-1 DPS, so it's very turbulent on either side. Nathan try and build it slowly towards the Power, but gets out just in time to stay alive. Panini still has his beat. Do they decide to invest it here? Doesn't look like it as of right now. As Fish has got himself on the point. The point does flip. Ox not able to touch that in the Abyss form. Strudel trying to stay alive, keep Panini alive through the hack, through the beat. Panini still has his beat. Do they decide to invest it, or they save for EMP? Real Dog falls. A huge stagger right now as Rotterdam is forced to retreat. As Munich continues to take this push their advantage, they're going very far in enemy spawn. If they can get one more pick, that could be devastating here, Corey.
Yeah, it's a lot of back and forth here. Nobody really has the clear advantage in any fight. It's a lot more even than I was expecting, but the EMP could be the map winner right here.
They're going in. Here's the EMP, but doesn't hit any of the supports. And they find Ox off the back of that. Losing the Sombra early point, just flipping the chaos. But you're down one of your DPS. They're going to use the Casino Rush off the off angle here from Real Dog, but they're forced to run away. The Colas really finds nothing as Nathan, the primary falls very low. Nathan somehow stays alive. The Rotterdam Red Pandas have this Casino Rush on point. The point is still in their favor. Mikey blinking around trying to stay alive, but Mikey goes down to a pummel punch from Fish. Had the pulse bomb, couldn't use it. Fish has an annihilation here for the last second touches as well. The bubble comes down, but here comes the suffering. Ox finds Tanpy. The Suzu comes in and cleanses the annihilation. However, nothing really coming out of it. The annihilation goes away, fades away. Nathan back on point, building up towards that. Panini is hacked, but Nathan goes down early. Not good. Fish gain the pummels into a lot of the players there. The Suzu from Real Dog would keep team nice and healthy. The pulse from Mikey. Not going to find anything, but Ox has found Panini in the meantime. The Wraith form forcing 7 close to this Death Blossom. Looking to use it here. 7 looking for a target here. Should have fall solo, but 7 with the help with the Death Blossom. He's saying never Wiggle Higgle is so close. Wiggle Higgle 2% to the beat. Can look to drop it down. They can win this. Like I said, here comes the beat. Out from Wicked Higgle, but Blizzard comes out. Real Dog is frozen. Real Dog is still alive. Somehow Real Dog through the bubble. Nathan, I believe, stays alive. Nathan on fire. Keys team nice and healthy. Strudel will fall. Lose them. Where's a lot of healthy for the brawl going down. Off close the EMP as well. Panini nowhere near the beat, and that could be it here. Tampy falls to low. Fish fights. Real Dog is so back and forth right now, but the ults heavily in favor right now of Rotterdam and the picks as well. As they come through, Fish just tries to stay alive as long as possible. 24% to the annihilation. Not going to happen. Goes down. 7 there on point. Wraith for staying alive for as long as possible. Strudel is nowhere near to help the Reaper. Reaper going down. It's just Strudel. One support against the world. Panini has returned. Book is hacked and sent back to spawn by Mikey, who's on fire, ladies and gentlemen. 99 to 100. This first round of Oasis went the distance.
Wow, that was very excellent from both sides. I mean, they stalled that for, I think, over 2 minutes total. Ultimately, it was just the ults that won that, the EMP and the Kitsune Rush. I don't know if you saw, but Mikey was kind of toying with them with the blink cooldown timer decreased. He just kept blinking back and forth between the pillar, and they couldn't shoot him. But wow, that was a really good fight. It kind of comes down to which Lucio can survive the longest, is what I'm seeing here. And Panini having some trouble, obviously, with the Sombra.
And as well as the Winston as well, get on them. But now they're on a more brawly style, so Panini will have probably an easier time here staying alive in the midst of all the commotion, all that big HP health bars. But it is going to be basically a mirror match here on the DPS for the Maze. I mean, I completely misspoke, but anyway, going in here, the first wall comes through. Nathan gets isolated. Tampy, a nice wall. The May Warlord himself shows up and shows out early. Ox forced to use that block in a really awkward spot right now, and Munich Mice just walk on over Rotterdam without their tank presence there, and a great first fight for them to claim Oasis University point control.
That was interesting. You see the mice not switching anything, but the panda switching a lot, like what, 3 or 4? Yeah. So interesting to see how it unfolds here going into the next fight.
So yeah, it goes here. Mikey does have control of that high ground. However, both Maves use their walls, and nothing really coming out of it. The Ramacha's forced to use their forms, but they do stay alive, nice and healthy. And Immortality Field comes down from Real Dog, and they find Fish in the meantime. Losing out on that tank could be huge. Mikey fights Panini as well on the high ground. And with 2 picks here for the Rotterdam Red Pandas, that's probably going to be the point flipping over fairly quickly. But the point will continue to stall here for just a couple more seconds by their main members of Munich Mice. But yeah, there you go. It's going to go down. Strudel just wraithing around on point. Fading around, being very spooky. Ooh, spooky ghost. But not going to do too much out of it. And no ults used on either side there, Corey, but the point does flip.
Yeah, so something I've noticed going from the last point and also here is that the Moira is better in the neutral fight, but you'll see that either Suzu or this round, the Immortality Field, it really comes in clutch right when you need it the most.
They're going to use a Blizzard here from the side of the Rotterdam Red Pandas. It doesn't really isolate anybody, but does cause the Colas to come out. Tanby first to fall. Mikey, high charge. Look at all his assists as well. A whole team effort to find Tanik. And now Wigga Hooga with the boop. They're on Strudel, losing it on the support. That's a lot of healing. 7 goes off the map. Probably a quick reset called from the side of Munich, and Penny tries to run away. It looks like they are going to successfully return back to spawn safely with their lives. But only one Blizzard there for a fight win. A great fight win there for Rotterdam.
Wow, the Pandas aren't wasting any time getting right to the point here. They didn't even let the mice set up, and they went right for the prime target Tanik B. Let's see if they do it again.
It's just Mikey isolated here up this high ground. They can't really go after him unless the team fully commits. The Maywalls are exchanged, but the Blizzard comes through from Tanipy. The beat from Wiggle Higgle nowhere near, and 2 kills for the Munich Mice. Nathan trying to bring it back here for the side of his squad. Does have the Annihilation if they decide to use it, but I don't know if they will. They are going to decide to use that here. Nathan does find Panini, so a good start here, but Fish forced to use their Annihilation as well. Nathan falling. Just simply too much damage, too much pressure to overcome. Mikey still on his high ground, but the point does flip in the meantime. Wiggle Higgle not able to touch for the last second contesters, and now here comes a wall out from Ox. The fight isn't over just yet. 7 does have this Death Blossom. They decide to invest it. Mikey drops off the high ground. Perhaps not the best call. As of now, here comes a rush here from Munich. As look to walk on in. It's now a 5-on-5 yet again. Ready for his fight to commence. 7 comes in with the Death Blossom, finds one, but it is an exchange on support to Strudel as well in the meantime. But with Nathan going down, Ox not far to follow, and that is going to be, it appears, the side of the Rotterdam Red Pandas force pack, unless Mikey has a clutch gene up his sleeve here again. He's still poking, he's still prodding. This fight is not over yet. Mikey says it ain't over. I ain't hear no bell. He's still pinging and prodding. I think it's finally over. I think I can finally let you speak a little bit there, Corey. Well, never mind, they're back. I apologize. They're back again. Ready for another fight. Strudel with the Colas. Both these teams are playing so fast, so aggressive. The beat from Wiggle Higgle is there to sustain through the pressure of the Coalescence, and Ox will find Fish. The beat from Panini is simply too late to latch on to Fish there. Mikey using the overclock, looking to get some things done, but nothing, no picks coming out of it. 7's in a really awkward spot, though, gets Wraith just in time. Ox with the Blizzard and the windows. So much pressure, so much damage here, putting down onto Munich Mice. And the picks are there in favor of Rotterdam, but they had to use a lot of ults to flip this point as one fight territory.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is a problem on my end, but I am stuck at 30 FPS. Anyways, I'm still enjoying Mikey putting in a lot of work. It seems like he always slips away from the grasp of the mice at the last second, and they can't go after him, but they kind of need to. And as he just picks off Strudel before the fight even starts.
With Strudel going down, that could be devastating, but they do the Blizzard from Tanipy, goes down, they find Wiggle Higgle getting out on that support. The Annihilation from Nathan will find one, but Fish returns for one as well. Fish 9% to the Annihilation of their own, but Nathan is popping off. Nathan with 2, Nathan could get a 3rd here, the Annihilation from Fish, but he's like 2 HP. But Strudel has returned with the heal, but the wall is massive from Ox. Blocks the healing off, and now it's just Strudel, very sad, very alone on the point. And that could be it as Mikey has returned to the fray. 7 comes in with the Wraith form, but it's a 1-on-3, 1-on-4, now Wiggle has returned as well. The boop is pretty big though. Forces Nathan in the low ground, but 7 taken down. Tanipy on the Tracer for last second stall. Mikey with the overclock, Mikey with a 2nd, Mikey with a 3rd potentially. Doesn't look like it. Mikey with 3, Mikey! Fish with 4, Mikey! Puts the end of that one. And map 1 of Oasis goes the way of Rotterdam, but that was their map pick, and boy, was it close.
Just want to comment I'm not sure if you caught it on the prod, but Mikey, I was expecting Mikey there and said 20-player kill streak. They did not kill him the entire round, which I think led to their demise. It's hard to catch up to a Sojourn when she has slide, but you kind of have to try.
It's pretty tough to go after them up there on the high ground, but ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere. Our next map is on the other side of this break. This best of 7, first to 4 action continues after this.
These beats are the purest. Prove it, prove it. outside the purist. Prove it, prove it.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Aurora Overwatch Clash Season 2 BOON1E Bowl Grand Finals between the Rotterdam Red Pandas and the Munich Mice. We saw a very close first map, Corey, actually going all the way, basically 9-9 on both points, but Rotterdam ended up clutching that up at the end. Do you see it coming forward here as we go into our next map, which is, of course, going to be Kings Row? Honestly, I favor both these teams here, but when we look at the brawling style, it was pretty close for both their teams. If Munich have something planned here for this map in particular, could be a change point.
I think that they do have something planned, and my prediction is Reinhardt. So, you know, Fish known for that Reinhardt kind of play.
I think they should pull it out because it's the Pandas comp is the FedoraMaster, and they not gonna spoil it, but they do have a Kings Row comp.
We're gonna move on back into our, let's see. Okay, I don't know line chat. I'm gonna explain it to you right now.
BOON1E, your mic's off.
Yeah. All good. All right, so yes, our next map is going to be Kings Row. I apologize, chat, for this really scuffed prod. I'm trying this new thing on my phone, and it's not working out exactly as I planned. But hey, we're trying new stuff here on the grand finals. Great time pulled out, right? Anyway, as we go into our next map, is going to be Kings Row. Starting off here, both teams on Ramatra yet again with those Mays. And here we go. Bit of a slow play coming through right now for the Red Pandas, but the aggressive walls out from both these Mays looking to isolate one of the players. Not going to happen on your side. Fish taking that space aggressively here with a Nemesis form, but the Suzu, or no Suzu, never mind, there's no Suzu on our side. I don't know why I saw it, but as we go in here, both the shields are crossed. But really, as of right now, the Real Dog has the immortality field taken away. So the advantage right now goes over to Strudel, who's already 80% to that coalescence. If they decide to use it here, I don't think they really will. As, yes, 2 picks pretty quickly there for the Munich Mice. And that looks like point A is going to be captured very quickly.
Certainly a bit surprising, but it looks like the Mice strategy, I was wrong. It's not Reinhardt. It's just use overwhelming force and just so much sustain and just short-term damage to overpower the Pandas, and it seemed like it worked the first fight.
Do you think the Sojourn has advantage over the Reaper's comp, or do you think the Reaper honestly has the advantage? Because, I mean, we saw Mikey pop off on University, but really nothing too much there in terms of value from the Sojourn on point A.
Yeah, so I'm going to give the edge to the Reaper comp specifically just because it's the Mice and the way they play it. As you can see, they just don't care about where Mikey is. And as long as you run in fast enough, it is the 4v5.
I mean, they find Ox almost right away there. Now Nathan's isolated as well. 2 quick picks here for Munich. And Pandas seem to really have no answer for this. Just overwhelming aggression. Just press W for Munich as they're playing a blazing time here on Kings Row.
Yeah, not a lot of high ground on this map. Partially why it's a fan favorite. You kind of just go in and fight and do it how you used to do in the trenches back in Overwatch 1, but we'll see how the fight progresses here. This is kind of a hard point to take.
Using that blizzard here very early is Tampy. Basically stops that window from getting any value. Nathan stuck on the high ground there, but does fall back to earth just in time. Real Dog has to use the immortality field, however, 7 first to go down. With the Reaper out of the fight, a lot of Brian potential is gone from Munich. However, Fish using Annihilation. Skyzer asserts a loser differential early on Wiggle Higgle. However, both Annihilations are exchanged, but Nathan finds more value. The blizzard as well from Ox comes through, but Ox is already fallen. But I think it looks like the Pandas have stabilized here on the defense and have this point just 3.34 meters away from capping there. It's going to be the Pandas holding yet again, but the Headies ought to also do that there, Corey.
Yeah, that was a lot of colors on my screen. I think both males, both Ramontrolls. But what was proved deadly was the window overclock combo at the start. Mikey picked off their Reaper and he wasn't able to use his ult, which may have turned the tide.
But now you look at it, they're going to have the Reaper ult to go in here. And look at this Mei wall play. They're going up through the alleyway, it appears. They do force a TP out of 7, though, because did not get that Mei wall. But so not too much sneaky coming through from 7 here on his ult, potentially. Is in the subway right now, looking for a train ticket, but goes right on through that shield. No shield here, and here comes 7 with the Death Blossom, finds Ox, but they do lose out on a 7. However, Strudel has a coalescence and does force Mikey into an awkward spot, but the beat comes through from Wiggle Higgle. Keys team nice and healthy throughout. Tempe falls, and I think that looks like Rotterdam going to take this yet again. Unless a miracle comes through from Fish, has it Nemesis form, but Mikey falls very weak. Mikey, but the heal is there from Real Dog. Keys team nice and healthy, and Nate's going to walk in there with the palm punches. And that looks like it's going to be another fight win here for the side of Rotterdam, as the overall aggression seems to not have nearly as much value if you got to walk in an enemy team from so far away.
That and a combination of probably the most available high ground on any point minus the end of third point here. Mikey's just able to rotate between the two above subway and on the scaffolding, and they're just you saw the Lucio try to get him, but if he's got that railgun built up, they're just one shot.
They can look to engage here with the beat potentially, or play slow for Fish's Annihilation for the recontest. We'll see what they decide to do here. Munich Mice are rotating through the high ground here, probably trying to clear Mikey off, so not a bad play from them. Looking to get up on the Sojourn, but he has overclockings in the alleyway. Very scary thing, and I'll run this guy into a dark London alley, but walks up on the high ground there, has the overclock, pops up there, looks to find a pick. A lot of ults being exchanged, Skies for the beat. Nathan with the Annihilation. No kills coming through from either of these ults because of that beat. So Munich able to sustain through all his damage, and now Fish recontest with their own Annihilation, as well as the Blizzard from Tanic B. Very scary here for the side of Rotterdam, but look at the arc trying to clutch up for a second, but somehow the Nano Swarm finds Real Dog, sends him down, breaks his ankles a little bit, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Rotterdam Red Pandas basically neutralized by a single beat by Skycer there. A nice play there from the support line of the Munich Mice, and they're going to keep point B off the back of that.
Yeah, ultimately not how they wanted to go for the Pandas, but still a really good job. They shaved off about 3.5 minutes, I think, there. The Mice were initially at 5 minutes in that first fight at the end of Streets there, but I'll let you say your phrase if it does come to that coming up here.
Well, this is King's Row Point. See, this is where time banks go to die. There you go, I did say it, but got a little bit preemptive as Mikey finds the first pick on a Tanning piece, so it might be coming true nevertheless. With that Mei out of the fight, they do pop the coalescence, so it is very doable here from Munich as they decide to push forward here with the Nemesis form of Fish. Ox on the off angle does have this Blizzard if they decide to use it. Your Field is forced out of Real Dog and taken down. Real Dog does have the window if they decide to use it as well. A lot of ults over ear side. 7 does engage with theirs first, but falls to Real Dog with the headshots. No need for the window, just blatant damage from the Baptiste. And that's going to be a fight win for Rotterdam, as Nathan does fall low, but will stay alive for just a second. But no ults they're used from, and they have a 5-pack coming up here. Very scary for Munich Mice to walk into here.
Wow. Yeah, the Mice are using a lot more ults frequently, but the Pandas just have better abilities in Immort, as well as the Railgun. So it's really a battle of philosophy here, and I think the Pandas philosophy might be winning.
Philosophy comes on here. Both walls are exchanged, but the Blizzard comes out first from Real Dog. It freezes up Fish, but Fish stays alive, nice and healthy. Tempe goes down, but didn't before they cast the Blizzard. A lot of exchanges coming out here, but Rotterdam coming on top of these. Fish close to Annihilation have decided to use it, but Mikey has the overclock on the high ground. They cannot break him up this area up there. Now, I know you Washington Overwatch team players are having just flashbacks to that high ground where Colbier's set up there. Now Mikey's doing the same thing to the Munich Mice. They cannot break him off of this area. He is immortal on this high ground. Mikey showing up why he wants a second ring in Aurora.
Yeah, so ultimately, okay, there we go. We just swapped the Genji off of Reaper. Ultimately, you need to swap your comp. You can't just keep ramming your head into the wall with short-range, non-mobile heroes, but we'll see how well the Genji does against Sojourn, especially because the Baptiste is sitting next to him.
It'll be tough, and now you only have 45 seconds here. You're not going to be able to build a blade in time. I mean, 7's good, but I don't know if he's that good. They do use it in entire field. They exchange 1 for 1. I mean, a way to clear Mike up the high ground is just beam him down with your Kamehameha with the coalescence. The beat from Wiggle Higgle and Annihilation from Nathan. So much damage, but Fish returns one of their own. Somehow Tempe's alive through all this. Strudel just pumping him through with everything he's got. And they are just pushing forward here. Ox will find 7. So first pick, Nathan with the Nemesis form falls away, but is right-clicking just for his life, staying alive through all this. Tyfield comes out. And that's going to be, both Flexports is putting in some work, keeping this Ramatras alive through all his pressure, all his damage. So many ults used, no kills coming, but Real Dog finally gets one. It's a 5-man assist there on the Fish, take him down. And now, a last-second beat from Skycer. Probably not going to do too much here, as Nathan, nice and healthy on the point, pummeling all the remaining members of the Munich Mice. And Ox with a last-second Blizzard to cap it all off. Just a slow freeze of death on a 7, take him down. And that's going to be Rotterdam Red Pandas holding there about halfway through point B, or through point C. So very doable for them in attack, but also very doable in the defense.
Something I just want to comment on is that in the effort to kill Mikey at the start of that fight, Skycer kind of threw himself across the high ground and got railgun headshotted. I like the move, but I don't think you can afford to do that when you're so close to beat. And as you saw, Nathan fell to below 50 HP, I think 3 different times that fight. When you commented Strudel was pumping Tannic B full of healing. I mean, Nathan was just getting slowed and so low, but if they had, something to give more confidence, like beat or else speed just to close the gap, I think that fight could have gone a different way.
Oh, it appears that Ox is doing a bit of a troll here in the spawn. He's calling for the Vok to come out, if anybody does not know, in reference to a very well-known Torbjorn player. If Wiggle Higgle plays Lifeweaver here, I will be shocked. Rotterdam obviously showing off a bit of confidence here in the team play, having a bit of fun, looking to go towards up 2-0 in the series, of course. Not match point for people who are not knowing this Grand Finals is, of course, a best of 7 or a first of 4, but I'll have to wait and see what they decide to go off with. Ox plays in the Symmetra here. Could be a different look. Perhaps getting Mikey some high ground control early with a teleporter.
Oh, their option to go to the pocket strat. I mean, I thought he was doing pretty well unpocketed, but if you're doing well, then you could be doing more well,
No, they're going to be playing a Pharah comp here, so Ox in the sky just pelting in some damage here. Forces 7 Wraithborn very early. They're all so weak for Munich Mice, forced to retreat, and now the high ground is basically garnered for free when it comes for the side of the Rotterdam Red Pandas. Oh, Strudel goes down early. Ox just hanging out, pelting down the rockets through the hotel door, and Strudel is never checking out of that one. As we look at the Alder's Work claims another body. Oh my goodness, Ox is going crazy on the high ground right now, or I guess everywhere's a high ground for far as you're flying around. But that's going to be a point A very quickly garnered for Rotterdam as Ox 82% to the barrage already. I probably expecting some swaps coming through here for the side of the Munich Mice. Yes, Fish going over onto the Winston of all things on Kings Row. What do you think about this new comp here, Corey?
I don't like it. I like you. I mean, maybe it's because my team played the Red Pandas so many times, but you just know that this is their attack comp on Kings Row, and it's very good. I'm not going to go into the whole specifics of it, but I'm not a fan of this. It looks like they're kind of scrambling.
Speaking of scrambling, Strudel is scrambling right back to the spawn doors there as Ox sends him right back again. A first pick there on the flex port. Ox is finding some tremendous value here on the side of the farmer, just pelting it down, has the barrage ready to go for it. Tanipy trying to put some pressure in, but there's just simply too much healing, never mind, as the sticky grenades of all things will find the Farah and knock her cutter wings out of the sky. But Nathan finding Fisher with the help of a overcharged shot there from Mikey with the overclock, goes in, finds Tanipy, looking to find another, finds 2, Mikey with the 3rd, Mikey, but 4, Mikey with the overclock! He hits him with the crouch, with the spin, everything on top. And that's going to be the fight that the Rotterdam Pandas really wanted there. Losing Ox early, but still dominating in the trenches, and Fish makes another swap over onto Arisa.
Strudel onto Ana from Karika. Yeah, I don't think they really know what they're doing or what to do, and I mean, honestly fair. There's no way to really counter this comp. There's so much space taken and different angles that they have, so kind of just have to hope for a hit scan in your team to be.
Oh, Ox on the flank finds 2, Ox! Going crazy, going crazy. Ooh, the duplicate on the Mercy for the res does not come through. Tanipy can't quite land that, and the res on the Ox comes through from Wiggle Higgle. The superior Mercy gameplay has been established, ladies and gentlemen, as Fish has fallen there in the front lines, and yet again, Rotterdam are just plowing through this. Looking so good on, like you said, this signature Kings Row attack composition they've been playing all year. Nathan the Ramatra and Ox and Mikey just there to back them up. And now you look at it, there's just really nothing here that the Munich Mice are working with.
Yeah, I think you just have to put all your eggs in the Cole Cassidy basket and pray that he picks the Pharaoh every fight. Okay, it's not like.
Well, if anybody's gonna pick the Pharaoh out of the fight, it's going to be Ox himself. They get the res on the Strudel, but the annihilation from Nathan is there. The sleep on the Strudel will stop this annihilation from bringing too much value, but the kills are still there. And I'm not much of a prognosticator, but I don't really like the chance of the Munich Mice there. Oh, and the Skyzer falls down into the pits, into the Inferno. And that's going to be a 2-0 in favor right now of Rotterdam. And that map not nearly as close as Oasis.
Feels, honestly. I don't think the Mice were even close to winning a single fight, if I dare say. And they never had any ults because I mean, I know the 25%, but they kept swapping. I think they swapped their tank 4 times and their support 3 times. It's just not a good recipe.
All right, and with that being said, we are officially at a halftime break here. Up 2-0 is Rotterdam and Pandas. We're going to send you guys back over onto the desk and get their thoughts on this current matchup right now. 2-0 for Rotterdam. Kingdom Ice bring it back. Sadly, Fedora's 4-0 is already out of the match. But let's see what the desk has to say about this match so far.
Hello, thank you. We are back. It is King BOON1E Gaming here. Back with another Minecraft Let's Play. Today we are playing Crazy Craft. And we are going to be slaying the Ender Dragon.
Holy moly.
So,
Let's go.
Connor's Pred's already out. So Connor
Yeah,
sucks.
I'm just that. Yeah. I mean, originally I said 4-3, but then I was like, no, that's not funny enough.
Nah. 7
Yeah.
maps. I'm still in it, baby. I'm still in it. I'm ready. I'm holding
Yeah,
it
you're
now.
still in it. But
This halftime is exactly what the Mice need to go get their 2
Yeah,
maps and then lose.
they're going to
2
go
more.
snort some cocaine, block the Adderall. We're going to get pumped up for this match. But, you know, so far, I think we can all agree that the hard carry has been Wiggle Higgle.
Wiggle Higgle.
Absolutely.
Wiggle Higgle's been doing a lot for his
Right.
team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just living based on because he's not the most vocal of players, so he is doing a lot out of the comms. Because I mean, his teammates are all vocal already. He doesn't really need to comm, but he's a great listener from my experience with him on the crewmates, and he's definitely improved a lot since then because he's doing a lot more independent plays from what I've been seeing.
Yeah,
The vibes are immaculate.
I mean,
Just vibing.
map 1, he almost carried those fight wins like almost single-handedly. So big shout outs to him. We were kind of talking behind the scenes. We were like, okay, we want to see how Panini and Wiggle match up here, right? And then Wiggle showed up and showed off. So I'm excited. If he keeps playing like this, the Red Pandas are looking terrifying.
Yeah. Another little trivial fact is that this is Wiggle's 2nd consecutive grand finals in a row. This is Poise or Ox's 3rd consecutive grand finals in a row.
yeah. He's also been in grand finals, I believe, 4 times total. I didn't hear what our behind the desk just said, but Mikey's been in grand finals 4 times too, or 3 times.
7
Dicer and Strudel were in grand finals twice in a row too. Now,
Yeah,
that's pretty poggers of them.
This is also Poi going against a lot of the members of his team that he won grand finals with last season, being the Marshmallow City Monsters.
Mill City
Yeah.
Marshmallow Monsters.
But yeah, so Poi was sadly replaced by Fish. I mean, you know, Alpus ratio to Solia, you know.
Yeah. This is a pretty PogChamp series so far. So who do you guys think is playing the worst out of everyone?
I think
Me.
Flambo.
Flambo, yeah. I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
Yeah.
it is. Can't believe.
Can't believe Flambo
that.
died
I
that
can't.
there.
Yeah, I can't believe I Ajaxed 4 times on Oasis. That's crazy.
But anyway, it was
Welcome
definitely
to
interesting.
Tuga Team 2.
It definitely was interesting
Ajax.
because this Kings Row should have been a very good map for the comp that the mice run. But you see the way the pandas play this map, specifically on attack, is not something that the mice's comp can counter, and that's what they've done this entire season. So I would think the mice should have been ready for that, but it did not look like they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fringe Pharmacy comp with the
Yeah, real.
Ram.
Banning that next season, adding it to the rulebook right now.
So what for what it's worth though? Sorry, Muffin. Go ahead, Muffin.
Yeah, honestly, it's just like the red pandas all doing like even on like a map that's supposed to be going for the mice, they've did things to sort of get them out of that gutter situation. Like they have been swapping off the comms, same with the mice, but like those swaps are like meant to like further just like get them more leeway. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think though that for what it's worth, I think escort in general is one of the red panda's worst map types. So depending where the mice decide to take this, I think up next is probably going to be our closest or most one-sided maps for the mice. And then push, as always, can really go either side here. Because Oasis was pretty close. It may have been a 2-0 for the red pandas, but it was 99-99 on that second point, and I think the first one was pretty close as well, 99-99. So realistically, that push can flip-flop either way depending on some big picks from either team. So I really do think that these next two maps are probably going to be a lot closer than the first two, if not even more one-sided for those maps.
Map pick is in. It is Watchpoint Gibraltar.
That is
Which
very interesting.
is interesting because I still think that they would have more so wanted to go for a sniper or poke.
I don't think you do, because the mice have been like role swapping slowly to tank for those, which is a little scary.
But I don't think the mice's dive is it.
Yeah, that's true. It's gonna be interesting.
I think because you still have you can still lose 2 more maps if you're the mice. I think you try and see if your poke cop could win. Huh?
No, okay.
There's one more map, and then because you don't want to lose 2.
Okay.
Yeah. But
you say the mice. No, kill me out. Fish. He going to do some crazy stuff. I don't know what tank he playing, but he gonna just slam it on that tank. We got Sky, so he's gonna do stuff also. I don't know what they're running, but hear me out. It's gonna be great. Strudel, he got that honor character. His honor, really good. That's at least something I know. And 7, he's really good at shooting people. He can probably run like Cassidy or like a sniper. We're good there. Tanic B, he's good at the May. You know who's also has the same hitboxes as May? Ponto. We're good. My still gonna slam this map.
all right.
Straight cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are going to send you guys back to our casters, Corey and Booty, and we will see you never, because we are disappearing into the void. Bye-bye.
Post game, right? Yeah, post game.
I have to be here for post game, I guess. Never mind.
I mean,
Bye,
some of
guys.
us do. I mean, we might disappear.
Bye, guys.
Void.
Chat, I'm not sure why Corey's mic isn't picking anything up, but the Discord isn't picking anything up. So
Oh, is it working now?
it is working now. We figured it out.
Okay.
Poggers, and now I hit the camera. So now we're way off.
How are we looking now?
Okay, I think we're looking good. For some reason, we weren't picking up any desktop audio. I don't know why. But anyway, as we're going on, Corey, I said we're going to Gibraltar. You're down 2 goals for the Munich Mice. It's a new look. New styles of pump. Monkey's on high ground. There's your TLDR chat. We're trying to make this work. I apologize. I hope you guys are enjoying tonight, though. Hi, Java. What do you think the Munich Mice are coming out here potentially to stop Mikey? Because this high ground control has been dominant for Mikey. And Kings Row even, not really known for it, but they couldn't get him off it. Do you see a die style to stop Mikey with having the Genji? Which we always thought last year him win that championship on. But
I do think that they have to try something that goes on their strengths. For example, 7-7 on Genji, as well as Fish trying on the Winston. Oh, hi Java. It's probably gonna look like Strudel and Ana, maybe a pocketed Echo. The looks of the Mice, and I don't know. Both teams traditionally play like a more slowish rush comp with a lot of high damage, so questioning why they're picking a fast-paced, very long angle here, because it's not really to the Mice's strengths, but maybe to the Panda's weakness.
I mean, the question we've had a lot of the season, everybody thought, Rotterdam were so good with RottMonster composition. Can they play anything else? What we saw in their last game against Watkins and Essies, they played a lot of ones. They played a lot of dive comps, and they won very decisively. So we'll have to see. Both the teams are waiting to give us that R signal, it appears. So we can continue to move on a little bit here, Corey. If we were to, if you have any finals MVP kind of favorites right now so far, is anybody really standing out to? There's a lot of players on the Pandas you can give it to, but is there a favorite for you right now?
I'm gonna think I have to go obvious. I'm gonna say probably Mikey. I've been expecting him a lot, and he's just putting so much work in on Sojourn, as Tracer on the first map as well, just opening up those fights. I think he had 3 deaths in King's Row. It's just a lot of damage. You can't contest him; he just kills you. But I do want to say that Riddle Dog is also making sure that no one else is dying while Mikey's able to pop off. So it's like a age-old question of, do you pick the guy with the most flash, or do you pick the one behind the scenes that's making sure he can do that? So usually it goes to the flash.
If we are going into our game, our next course is going to be watching from Gibraltar. Let's see if this app is going to work here. Hey, we got ourselves in here. We got something for free. If only we would have Yeah, what kind of idiot producer doesn't make sure everything works before they go into our game? Anyway, we're going on to watch from Gibraltar. New look hopefully for both these teams here. Munich Mice got to switch something up, and it looks like we are being seeing it. Fish on the Winston, 7 on this Genji. Now, 7 was an MVP candidate on this Genji. An all-pro player, an all-star caliber player. A great look from him, so this could be what they need. And now you look at the side of the Rotterdam Red Pandas. Will go in game so people can actually see what I'm talking about. But we're going to have Mikey on the Cassidy and Ox on the Tracer instead of the other way around. An interesting look, honestly.
I think they might be swapping to the Echo here for Ox, just purely because they have a Mercy, and I don't think that they're going to... Actually, they're on a defense, so Mikey's Cassidy is very good. Could just pocket that. I'm a fan of the Cassidy pocket.
I mean, I'm just a fan of the pocket of Mikey because he puts a lot of work, especially on this high ground. So look at that hinder nade, though, from way downtown. Mikey not quite going to land, though. The poke comes through from Nathan on the teleporter. We'll stop that. Really thinking too much value. Forces some people off that high ground over on towards the cart. But as of right now, both teams kind of just poking and prodding, looking to get some done. 7 on off angle. Nathan going to jump on in here. Forces a TP pretty early from Strudel, however, so really awkward spot. Roadlock going very low. Will get healed up, however, by Wiggle Higgle on that Mercy.
Nathan is just stalking Strudel and gets the kill there.
They are going to get a 2-for-1 advantage here from the side of the Rotterdam Red Pandas, but Nathan falling very low. 7 weak as well. But they're going to get... I mean, the cart is still moving, however. It's not the end of the world if you are the Munich Mice.
That's true. They're still moving as we speak. Playing that properly. making sure someone moves carts that, you know, you get the fight win and you don't have to go back all the way to spawn.
I mean, yeah, they also have kind of nullified the high ground control by pushing this cart to this point. They can't just hide there. A nice Susa from Real Dog will stop Fish's dive, and Fish gets taken down by Mikey. He switches over onto the Echo. Mikey with 2 through that pocket. And it's just so devastating here if you are the Munich Mice walking into a pocket of Mikey Echo. That's something I don't wish on my worst enemy. But now it's not 2.5 minutes in the time bank here for Munich Mice to try to push this forward. Really no ultimates on the horizon. Do you even see like any big fight where there's no Nanoblade?
The swap to the Echo was proving to be a smart one, as they haven't gotten any card progress since then, I think, and can't really, it's running into the brick wall there of Monkey and Pocket Echo, but they are pushing the card again.
Yeah, the Pulse Bomb did miss, however, from Ox on the recontest, so an ultimate down from Rotterdam. Munich Mice looking to push forward here, clean the blue box, but a nice beam from Mikey, as well as a Casino Rush. Fish really stood no chance through all that pressure, all that damage. They did use that Primal here as well, so 3 ults there, that fight from Rotterdam, 0 on the side of Munich, so not the end of the world. You can potentially turn that into a fight win here coming up, but Skycer's going to get staggered through the sticky bombs and through Ox in the follow-up. Forced to recall, but will be just safe along the water tower. And minute and a half remaining here, Corey. It's looking pretty scary here for Munich if they can't figure it out here.
Yeah, the Mice have a lot of ults, but by a lot I mean all 5. But they don't really have any combo ults. It's just a lot of solo. Okay, here we go.
They use the beat, they use the blade. The TP comes off a Real Dog, keeps himself nice and healthy. Also, I'm not going to find anything. And Mikey with the duplicate over onto the Winston, so 2 giant Winstons on the field. And Seven's going to be the first to fall. No kills coming through from that blade. Strudel flying very low. Has a Suzuki potentially team P out. Yes, he will. But right into Ox's loving arms. Fish with the primary trying to get something done here, trying to bank back for his side. We'll get Real Dog, so good start here. Can he turn us around with Ox finding the kill on opposite number of the Titanic Bee? Does not look good in Strudel with the swap over onto the Brigida and Skycer over onto the Ana. It's last second swaps. No ultimate for either side. Ox, if he lands a Pulse Bomb, is pretty much over.
Yeah, so what I'm noticing is that they're so focused on the Mikey Echo that Nathan's just able to do whatever he wants, and the last 3 fights he's just went after Skycer and solo killed him.
And there goes Skycer down again. Early they're losing it on a no potential for an anti-nade or anything. The stick is gonna land on the Strudel, gets that Brig out of the fight, and with 7 as well. 2 staggers right now for the Munich Mice. It's gonna be a very rough time touching here. The last second, Fish cannot get demeched or it is over. Fish will keep the mech intact, however. So not the end of the world potentially, but Nathan close to his primal rage. They've high ground control yet again here from Rotterdam. Mikey has a duplicate here ready to go. We'll probably duplicate this Diva as the fight starts to break out here. Nathan jumps on in, finds Strudel. That's both supports are gone here for the Munich Mice.
Touch card.
And Mikey does use the duplicate over onto the Hanzo, building towards that Draken very quickly. Fish is 1 HP in the mech, but somehow maintained for just 1 more second, but loses it. Mikey with the Dragon, a celebratory one at best, as Tanapi could not last in the car for much longer. And 72.67 meters is all the Munich Mice are able to garner here on their map choice of Watchpoint Gibraltar. And Corey, I think we're starting to see why the Deaths might have had some concerns about this map pick.
Yeah, I definitely voiced my concerns. I'm not sure how much of it was picked up. Maybe through both of our faults, but yeah, it looks like their Mice are at this point where they don't know what to do, and I don't blame them. I mean, there's no holes in this Red Pandas lineup. I mean, I think I scrimmed and played against them in a match 6 times this season. It's hard. I mean, there's not really any weaknesses. They're very good players. They play a lot. They review a lot, and they're playing good heroes. And yeah, I don't know what the Mice are planning here, but it looks like they're out of ideas, and I think they just need to do something crazy like Ramatra, Sim Bastion, like Bat Mercy. Just try to confuse them.
You know, it'd be really crazy to go like a Roadhog comp. That would really throw them off their game. The Rotterdam Pandas have never scrimmed against a Roadhog. This will certainly throw them off. and they'll lead to a map loss. But again, it is Watchpoint Gibraltar though, so speaking from personal experience, point A is very difficult to push all the way through. It's very easy to defend, so Munich Mice have a shot here, especially if they get 1 or 2 fight victories here and build towards that alt rotation. It's very doable. But looking for a bit of early poke and prod is going to be Tankby there. Mikey going over back to the Tracer. And a very standard dive comp right now from Rotterdam, but a bit different because Ox on the Genji, not really one of his most well-known characters, but he can make it work. Fish does get anted up on the high ground. Real Dog has a really good spot right now to just throw in the darts, throw in the nades, and get healed by Wigga. He'll stay nice and healthy to really avoid all dive potential. Fish is going to go in, however, looking for this pick. Fish will eat that nade, so no self-heal from Real Dog, but really in no problem of falling. And yeah, they are now 18 meters away from finishing this point, finishing and capping. It appears that the Munich Mice have figured this out and have retreated back towards the blue box control. But still, it's now just one fight here for the Rotterdam Red Pandas, and they got this map in the bag. But nobody has fallen just yet, and Strudel has a big advantage here on the Nano Boost. So that could be a turning point for Munich to work with. Both recalls are forced in the low ground. A battle on the cart. Real Dog falls early there to Tampy, so good start here from Munich. But it's a trade on supports. With Skyster going down, Tampy no longer has that pocket, but does not need it. Finds Wilga Hill. Both supports on both teams are down. So now it's just a skill on skill right now, but Nathan is there, nice and healthy. 80% Fish losing out on that mech. Strudel just builds the nano in spawn, but it cannot go to anybody. Nobody in range. 7 just trying to blink around point for long. Pulse will stay alive. It's not looking good as Mikey will find that kill. Has a pulse buff. If anybody decides to touch, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. The fly-in from Skyster gets nanoed as well. Whips out the Glock. Has a Valkyrie.
Oh, he's getting healed. Oh, but the C9. Oh my god. It was looking so good, and then I don't know what that fly was. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, it's not looking too hot here. Munich Mice have to pull up the reverse sweep now to bring this to their favor to win the Ryan Boone Trophy, the BOON1E Bowl, slipping away from them very quickly here as Rotterdam are just looking like a dominant force, an unstoppable force, you can say. But do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Can the reverse sweep happen? We'll have to wait and see on our side as a break. Don't go anywhere. Overwatch Clash continues after this.
These beats are the purest. Prove it, prove it.
These beats are the purest.
Yes, we have desktop audio this time, so the transition actually worked. It is fine. Just leave it there. Just do this. Look at that. We fixed the job. But anyway, welcome back everybody to the Aurora Overwatch Clash Boonie Bowl for Season 2 of the Grand Finals. It is currently 3-0 right now for Rotterdam Red Pandas. We are going into our next map of Esperanza. What do you think we're going to see here, Corey? I mean, Mice got to do something else here.
I'm predicting a flyer from the Mice, either an Echo or a Farah on the side of Tannic B. I think that's kind of something you got to do if you're picking this map. It's kind of one of the best flyer maps. That's okay. We'll just hold it for right now. We're getting into the map here, so we'll see how the comps go. But that's my prediction, and you know, Panda's just gonna run the same old. And
the same old, but like you said, we're heading into our map here pretty quickly. It is going to be Esperanza.
having some technical difficulties. My mic just fell apart. But it's okay. I'll hold it right now. So
a true disaster, but yeah, I mean, just watch the pretty lights and colors there, Corey. You don't gotta talk too much. But going into here on our third and on our fourth and potentially final map, hopefully not, of our grand finals of the Boonie Bowl. We're gonna get aggressive here. We do have the dive again here from Rotterdam Red Pandas, but the Ramatra Brawl has returned for the Munich Mice. Looking to walk on in here, do some work. They have Tampy on this May, but the hack comes on in, through on a Fish. Fish falls very low, but Wiggle the first to fall. Strudel fades on in and see that Corwich flop across the ground, and it looks like they're going to force him back here. A nice wall from Tampy as well. We'll isolate Real Dog for just a second. Real Dog falls so low. Real Dog falls. Nathan trying to get out with their life, and that's going to be a fight win here for the Munich Mice. The bot not pushing, but they're going to get some control and get some progress.
Yeah, that was not what I expected from the first fight here. Looks like their Pandas are going back to their Oasis comp, and so are the Munich Mice. So, really, as the Twins said, season starts today. Grand Final starts today, right now. Hoping for another comeback.
Skyster getting hacked up on cart. Here comes the follow through, the two-man follow through from Nathan to Mike and Skyster on the hack target. Going to go down because there's an Ox falls solo, but Ox able to get back to the TP just in time. My goodness, 1 HP if any. Strudel flying low here, close to Colossus. Could look to build it up here, but the slam down from Nathan as well as the punch takes that out of the fight. The Suzu will stop the freeze come through to Nathan as well. So this coordination from Rotterdam on full display. The bot's trying to move back here in favor. They do have the pulse, not finding anything from Mikey. So now we have the Munich Mice just rotating back towards the bot. Gonna play their composition and strength. They're just sticking together as a unit and not letting this dive really come through and finding the EMP though. Will find 4. It's a good one from Ox. Filled it up very quickly. And now it's just some last second staggers right now from the Munich Mice as they are forced to die on cart. And yeah, one ult and 1 win there for Rotterdam.
The upside is that I guess the Mice have actually they don't even they will have more ults here, so if they can touch before they get fast spawn, I think this might be something good for them. I mean, the Pandas never pushed until now, so let's see.
Yeah, they might be able to touch here before they even get the advantage there. Mikey's in the back line, though. It's a 1-for-1 Tampy with a headshot. I don't know how that happens on a Tracer as a May. Well done. Tampy does get hacked up, so they can't use that Blizzard on point right away. The Real Dog does invest at Casino Rush on a high ground, but here comes a Blizzard on point. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Really nobody flung as of yet. Nathan used the primary try to stay alive. Is juggling Skyster in the little cafe area, but Skyster's hitting the wall right to get out of there with his life. and Nathan's Primal will disintegrate very quickly there and go away. 7 close to that Death Blossom, but falls before Strudel's Coalescence can reach him. But now it's Annihilation, and Coalescence on point, trying to clean these remaining members of Rotterdam here. Ox gonna get iced up a little bit. The DPS are forced to back off. Wiggle Higgle is alone on point. King is staggered here. If they lose Wiggle Higgle, that's bad news, Bears. And 2 kills for Munich Mice there. And that's going to be our fight win. And they did use some ult limits, but some investment there from Rotterdam as well.
Yeah, the just to comment on that that last fight, Mikey got headshot on accident. He blinked into the icicle. I was watching him, but Mice took the fight win, and they do have good ults here too. EMP comes in.
It's a 4-man EMP. They get 8 kills out of it. They do get Skycer. The Death Blaster from 7 not going to find any kills, but they do change it out for Ox, and Wiggle Higgle falls well. Both losers are out of the fight. No speed really to speak of. The Pulse Bomb is going to land and find 2 for Mikey! No Susan to cleanse that off, and Mikey finds 2. The heroic Pulse Bomb from way downtown. And it's a 3K there for Mikey there. The Tracer showing up. We don't get actually a headshot at blinking into Icicle. You see what this man can do on Tracer.
Yeah, that's just a display of what we were missing for the first 3 minutes of this map was Mikey's excellence, but I believe it's coming back in full force here. Do have the beat on both sides, and as well as the other support ults coming up too, so we'll see what unfolds.
The hack on a fish, though, will force out that beat first from Skycer, so they can recontest your Wiggle Higgle, look to use it. Both 5-mans. 7 going down to Ox, and Skycer to follow up there. The Casino Rush with the Sombra. Gatling gun, simply too much little Uzi. It's a 3K there for the Sombra, and already 60% to this next EMP, and the bot will breach butt scratch mode. It appears for the next touch from Munich will come through.
Something I'm seeing frequently here is I'm not sure what Skycer is beating. I'm not seeing it in the animation in the top with the heroes, and I don't see him. Maybe he's getting isolated by Ox, but a lot more value from Wiggle Higgle so far is what I'm seeing.
Strudel using that Coalescence as the recontest comes on through, but Nathan does the primaries to beat him off back. Really, nobody can get it, and Skycer first to fall yet again. The Primal, the Juggle, and the Lucia is simply too good. They do exchange out for Real Dog, though, so not the terrible trade. In fact, much in favor of Munich Mice. There's no more Suzu there for Real Dog. Ox has the EMP. Do they decide to use it here, or are they going to just give up some space here? Mikey has this Pulse Bomb, but it looks like the Riding Ramp has just running away from this. They're going to give up the first checkpoint, or not the first checkpoint, but the fast bombs are gone. The EMP comes through as a solo on a Strudel. Exchange at Ox with 2, but with Nathan going down, potentially winnable here for Munich as Fish has this Annihilation. Oh, just one stray bullet lands on a Mikey. There was 1 HP from the pull-up punches. Fish still has this Annihilation, but hacked it by Ox. Ox in this cafe area, but can't find the final blow. The Nemesis form, armor boost simply too much there. I think the support for Rotterdam will get out just fine here, so the recontest will come on through before checkpoint is landed, but Fish has the Annihilation for this recontest.
Yeah, we saw a lot of solo ults there. Solo ult on the Moira and a solo ult on the Monkey, and they both paid off, but dangerously low on the side here.
Skycer hacked up yet again and falls 5% to that beaten Strudel. Both supports gone for Munich Mice. The point, they do get checkpoint though, so they're going to get fast spawns and agree to recontest here. If they hold on these ultimates, Mikey will fall to 7. Nathan falls extremely low. Forced to retreat here. Fish use the Annihilation to keep him on point, but there's nobody within range. They just kite that. The wall comes out from Tampy though, so they can they touch here before the checkpoint comes through? They will get there. Nathan jumps on in, but Nathan kind of isolated right now. Real Dog has a Casino Rush on point. The hack comes on through on a Fish, and 2 kills for Rotterdam right now. And Fish might want the Annihilation back. Not got too much out of that one. I get the idea. I messed with the vision, but just didn't come into fruition.
The Pandas are really targeting Skycer here, and it, like you said, Fish just isn't able to get enough value with his ults because every single one of the characters on the Pandas can just either teleport away or just get away really fast. And we saw that twice now. Both his ults were gone instantly.
A lot of ults on both our sides here, ready to engage. The EMP, it's a 3-man. Skycer goes down yet again, but they can use that beat. And with both supports out of the fight, 4 kills right now for Rotterdam. Another fight win, but 10MP did steal the cart here, so it is going to be over halfway yet again. But that's going to be a stagger there on the May, so they are going to get some progress here at the end of the day.
Swap onto the Junker Queen for Fish. No more Ramatra. Honestly, if I'm the mice, I might have told Skyster to go something like Kariko or even Brig like 5 minutes ago. He's just, you see him even now, he's just being targeted constantly every fight by the Sombra Tracer.
Walking on in here, they have the Blizzard to use, but the hack again from Ox on the Fish. Fish has been the main hack target. Nathan gonna get Blizzarded, but gets the primer off just in time. But look at that HP melt away. Nathan taken down. The Winston out of the fight might be kind of tough here for Rotterdam to recontest. Ox going down as well. And they did gain 8 meters, a whole 8 meters here for the side of the Rotterdam Red Pandas. But Munich Mice will push the cart forward, and the quick spawn did not get triggered for Ox, so he will not be. Quick spawn will take him a little longer to get there, and now Fish holding down this area. The Suzu from Real Dog will stop that actually coming through. The TP as well. Real Dog staying alive for as long as possible. But all those cooldowns, they really can't contest until last second here now.
Yeah, that was a really good distraction job. I mean, it looked like they were trying to kill him, but Fish was just trying to keep him occupied so their team could push.
The Coalescence comes through out from Strudel. Just came back. Nathan goes a little too deep there. Skies are using the beat here, trying to get his advantage with 1 minute remaining on push. This could be the game here. Now that they're just pushed on through and the kills coming through, they're gonna get more progress. They are gonna go up against 3 ults from the Munich Mice from the side of Rotterdam, but they have the Rampage. They're gonna have the Pulse Bomb. This is doable here for Munich Mice. They can bring us to a map 5.
I think he really needed to save that beat. Sorry if you hear a dog toy. You really needed to save that beat there for the last fight, since the Pandas do have their own beat and their rush, as they just use the rush.
They walk in with a Casino Rush. They decide they find Ox, so winnable here for the side of Munich Mice. They might invest here. Yes, they do. The Rampage comes on through. It's a 3-man Rampage, but Skyster is the first to fall. The Pulse not gonna find anything right now from 7. Ox close to that EMP, but they do use Wiggle to use the beat. Wiggle goes down, so still winnable here for the Munich Mice. Panini has left the game. He's done. He's seen enough. As Nathan is just alone on cart, getting frozen up. The hack on a 10 people is not going to nearly have the EMP comes on through. What was that? It's at 6 seconds, but it's just a 1-man against the world Ox. And somehow, the Munich Mice have clutched us up. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we're seeing a map 5. Burner, a miracle. But you have Mikey. Nathan come back with the Primal. Can do this here. Nathan trying to get there in time, but Wiggle falling is absolutely disastrous. Strudel, 1% towards the Coalescence, looking to invest it right away. Pops it the second he gets it. Mikey forced to retreat very low. Fish, Nathan could get melted here. There's not too much they can do. Nathan with the Primal Origin has a very small room, knocking around with the Primal punches. But here comes the Wraith form right now from Strudel, staying alive, nice and healthy. Tempe falls very low. Tempe has the Blizzard, knocks it right on down. Is going to catch Nathan if it's not close enough. Yes, Nathan gets caught. Gets stuck over the Pulse Bomb. Disastrous there. Nathan is the target. So many ultimates. Here comes Ox. The last second touch, but the freeze is too much. The slow is too big. Mikey, Blinker on point. 9% towards his Pulse Bomb. Can't punch his build up. Real Dog, 9% to that. Considers but falls. And Tank Mikey does find one first troubles, but this one nearly enough. The Pulse Bomb lands, finds one. Mikey cannot do it. The boom from Skyson they cannot touch. And the Mice have life here. We're going to map 5.
Wow, the Mice made a last-minute swap with about 2 minutes left, and they finally, I think that was the first time they picked Junker Queen tonight. Junker Queen's very good into Winston, and I'm not sure why they kept insisting on their Ramatra, but you saw that once they swapped over that Queen Cup, I don't think they lost a fight. They just kept going. And ultimately the Pandas never targeted the Queen, and they kept trying to go for their previous game plan of giving the Lucio and Skyser. It just didn't work out because the Junker Queen just pressures out their Sombra, the Tracer, and their Kariko, and they're just too low to sustain anything more than one axe.
The Munich Mice have life, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. The Overwatch clash continues after this. The reverse sweep is still possible. Or maybe my 4-2 prediction as well. Who really knows? But we'll see on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short break.
These beats are the
Welcome on back, folks, to the Aurora Overwatch Clash. As you can see, it only took me 5 maps, but I finally figured it out. I think we got everything ready to go. We're muted on Spotify. We got desktop audio. We got caster cams. We're thriving and thriving, just like the Munich Mice are right now. This comeback series. We're going to Ilios next, but very doable.
I think so. This new Junker Queen comp is kind of breathing life into the Munich Mice. So they've looked like they've been treading water the past few maps, just trying to figure out what the secret sauce was to beat the Pandas, and that is something that they've been running this entire season. The monkey comp with the Sombra Tracer, and it did quite well into them. They didn't lose a fight when they swapped, as well as they weren't dying as much either. They were concisive fight wins, decisive, not concisive. You know, like 3 or 4 people still alive at the end of each one, which what do you want? So with the Ilios pick from the Pandas, you gotta think, what are they trying to bust out here? Do you think it's more of the Flyers, or do you think they're gonna go back to their trusty little?
All right, I just want to see how proud are, but honestly, what I'm seeing here from the side of Esperanza was what you want to see for Ilios, because the Sombra Tracer works really well on Ilios in all points. And I mean, the Joker Queen did really well into that. So honestly, would not be surprised to see them stick with that. You know, we haven't seen Tampa whip out any Flyers, 7 on the far or anything like that. When we did see Tampa over to the Echo, it was a bit awkward. But honestly, the Joker Queen with the May comp was working out really well for them. I would not be surprised to see them stick with that. Okay, I thought we were going in game, but okay, we're not just yet. But I do want to give a shout out as well to Strudel and the Moira, because honestly, the healing on the fish, keeping alive in that brawl was just massive. And they're really, I mean, the hacks coming through on a Skycer quite a bit. So maybe Skycer goes over to a Brigida here on this map. It could be the only change I want to see, because Skycer was the main target of those dives and wasn't really finding the value on the speed boost on the beats. So potentially go to Brig, go to, like you said, a Kiriko, stay more alive, as well as a Suzu's could be huge.
Right. No, I agree with you there. I didn't count, but I'm gonna assume that Skycer's death count was about 10 on the last map, and not really his fault. When you're being targeted by a Sombra hack and a Tracer dive every time in the fight, it's really hard to get out, because when you get hacked, you lose all of your Lucio goodies. So yeah, maybe some swaps over there, and potentially some Flyers on maybe Well or Lighthouse. Obviously Ruins probably a no-go for that, but Queen is very strong, Ilios.
As you said, we are heading on to Ilios here for our next map. Of course, all of our map picks from here on out will be by the broad end of their first few passes for them in order to do this. But there's still life. I'm happy to see they didn't roll over and die into a 4-0. That's honestly the last thing I wanted here, because we had a 4-0 last season, I believe, for the Marshmallow Monsters. But the Muted Mice, basically the core of that Marshmallow Monsters squad, bringing it back here in a grand final, showing up that they do belong here. But if we look at it, Fish starting over on the Ramantra, no more Joker Queen here. Wouldn't be surprised to see a swap early if that doesn't start to work out.
You know, as a prominent NBA player once said, I got one more in me. Let's hope the Mice have 3 more in them. Get that full reserve sweep going. But we are seeing the flyer from the Pandas and the exact same comp that has not worked from the Mice, so...
They're going through it here. They do get the sticky bounce, Mikey, on that signature pocket Echo here on the high ground. Ox on the Tracer. Try to put some pressure, putting some work here in the back line. But I mean, there's taking K control right now. They're playing this very smart, playing safe. Not playing in the very sidelines of Mikey right now. He's got to drop on down to get any sticky bombs on in there. And it looks like they finally kind of found a target. They're going to start to walk forward here. But so many members are flying so weak here from Munich Mice. But Nathan falls low as well. Nathan goes down first. Radian does cap the point in the meantime. But that might not last very long. As Fish is running in, and that was just for no one to punch. So I just saw the big burly man donk walking around the lighthouse. It is 12% and counting though still, so Ox will still be able to kind of jump on back and forth on this point. The point does flip back. They don't contest it in time. And so now Mikey does has a duplicate here. But the point flips yet again here for the Radiant Red Pandas. No team really taking a decisive fight win just yet here. But Mikey is going to come in here with the duplicator Ramantra form. 4% already after 2 punches. To his Annihilation, 90% does have it. Ox with the 2K on the pulse. And then Annihilation comes on. But Ox steals the show. Mikey tries with 2 of their own. But there you have it. You play slow in the dive comp, you're going to lose.
I think I calculated one time the one Ramatra punch with an Echo clone does 16 and 2/3% ult charge, and with the damage boost, that's about 24%. So yeah, he got that in basically 3 punches, and didn't really need it as Ox got 3 kills. But we'll see what the mice do here this fight.
Fish back over onto this Junker Queen. The Cole lessons up from Strudel, finds Nathan again. Nathan first pick here. 7 taking his high ground control, trying to keep him back a little bit, but will fall though. Oh, that's Tanapy. Sorry, Tanapy on the Reaper. He used a 7 on the Reaper, but the point does flip into chaos. Strudel falls very low. Skycer is going to use the beat though, lands on all 4 members. Interesting TP from Real Dog, goes about 2 feet, and no Suzu. Real Dog going to get clutched up here. Can't use a Casino Rush. Bit of an awkward TP, bit of an awkward Suzu. And now Nathan's in a really weird spot in the lighthouse with a bubble. But they get the pick on a 7 of all things. And now Nathan has a Primal Rage. Will look to use it right now. The picks somehow are back in favor of Rotterdam. They've clutched this out. They might have got a little too aggressive there trying to get those last second kills. And Nathan with the 3K of the Primal flips it right back over. And now it's kind of last fight territory here with 3 ults to use.
Yeah, the mice kind of ran down Real Dog and took his lunch money in that little room there, but ultimately the ults used by Nathan and Wiggle Wiggle, as well as the target focus won in that fight. Beat was used by Skycer, but a lot of ults from the mice coming in.
Casino Rush invested here from Real Dog. They engage in through the cages. No picks going through Strudel, for those fall very low though. Will get picked up by Ox. Ox hunting down that Moira. The Pulse Bomb not going to find anything but dirt from 7. The duplicate does go down pretty early. Tampy with that Reaper ult. We'll find Nathan again. Nathan's fallen in his fights pretty early, a lot, which is surprising. He's usually a really smart tactical player and doesn't die very often, but the fact he's kind of the target now for the Munich Mice could be an adjustment in strategy. Fish has the Rampage, but will decide not to use it here. I think they got the fight victory as Wigga Wigga will fall. It's just Ox on the point, flicking around, trying to hunt down opposite number in 7, but it's just for pride at that point. Skycer with a 2K. And the point will flip over last second. Real Dog trying to do something, I guess. Get to 99.9%, I suppose, but gets out of the TP to Suzu.
Very good target focus there. Obviously, the Reaper ults took out 2, but they did hunt down the Echo at the start of that fight with a Junker Queen knife. And when the Echo falls, there's not really any way to pocket, and then you're down your highest damage character, so... Well, the fight's already breaking out. The Tracer's having a little duel.
A TP is forced out from Real Dog, though, so that could be a huge turning point. Ox is going to fall first here in this fight. Nathan with the bubble, trying to do something, but the Coalescence will probably steal the deal here from Strudel. It just forces Nathan to be alone. Look at this jump from Strudel. What, my lord? Mikey trying to bring it back for the squad. We'll find Skycer. Had the beat. That could be a huge turning point. Could be doable here. Mikey 93% in kind towards the duplicate, but it is last fight territory. Boys get out on either side. Whoever wins this fight will win our first point of Ilios. Casino Rush thrown out from Real Dog. 7's not gonna find anything in the Pulse Bomb. Oh, but Mikey the 2K. The beat for Skycer not nearly enough. Fish, I don't know how many he got with that. Might have been Suzu'd. And it's looking desperate here. As Munich Mice are forced to retreat. Somehow they clutched that out. And they did use 2 ults there. They have it for next round, I suppose.
I'm gonna sound like a broken record here, but you can't. This is what, 3 maps now where Skycer is, dare I say, fed in with beats in the last fight of the map and died, and then come back and used on only 2 people. You just, I don't know if there's someone calling on the mice, but you just got to keep that in check and make sure that you do have that ult. It's one of the best ults in this current meta that they're playing in. The Reaper would have lived and then built ult, but you know, hindsight, 2020. But if it happens 3 times, maybe you gotta take a little notice. But we'll see the TP out from Mikey, and again, the same comp from the mice.
I mean, you know, first time's an accident, second time's a trend, third time is just it's in your bones, it's in your genes, you're built like that. But Ox is in the sky, back on this Pharah. Putting some pressure here on the Tracer, on that Reaper. Might force another swap out of the Munich Mice, but Fish gets isolated here for a little bit. Strudel is falling very low, is forced to TP, or was forced to wraith over towards his team, and just taken out, gets punished by that. And now Skycer in a really awkward spot trying to get out, but Nathan falls very weak here. They can punish this monkey, it could be turnable, but Doesn't look like his Fish is going to be the only tank to fall here in this fight. The point does flip for the Munich Mice, but they'll get about a free 10 or so percent until the cleanup comes on through. Mikey on the Tracer, 75% towards his Pulse Bomb. And that will probably be all she wrote here for this opening fight. But 7 is still there, can blink around on point, get some more progress. Strudel does return for the last second just to see the point flip back over. And here comes Skycer, hitting the wall rides, hitting that good, gets amped up by Real Dog. So now do we see a swap over potentially on a Kiriko, because Real Dog over on this Ana is just anting up Fish every time he engages in it. Yep, there's the
He called it. The also the Echo and Mercy swap from the Mice too. Hopefully trying to counter the Pharah. In my opinion, Echo is greater than Pharah, but I think the best Pharahs are better than the best Echoes. So we'll see who falls where in the hierarchy of good and best.
Mikey forced out 7's recall early in this fight. Doesn't want to have that. Fish is on point right now, but that just means Nathan can go deep in your back line with no real hope of a punish. Wiggle Hill is going to get beamed down, though, by Tankby. So losing out on that Mercy. There's no more pocket here for Ox in the sky, flying very weak, forced to retreat. Well, Skycer, I mean, both supports are down right now for Rotterdam. So if Strudel can just stay alive and keep the team nice and healthy on point, they have this win. Mike is going to whip that Pulse Bomb there on point. Nothing really coming out of that one right now. Barrage comes through from Ox, but that might signify a swap, as the point is still in favor of the Munich Mice, and they just keep guarding up these poise and getting these staggers. Nathan can use the Primal Rage, however, trying to knock someone off the map. Doesn't look like it's really going to work out. Fish is very close to flying up. Fish is somehow staying on map. He's got the fancy feet, but does not matter. Goes right in the corner and gets punished. Wiggle Hickle goes down. Nano does the over onto Real Dog. Tampy uses that duplicate here or onto the Winston. 20% count towards that Primal Rage to get the res over onto Fish. Ox open to pick over onto Kiriko though. So no more Suzu for Real Dog's 8 names. Real Dog gets to sleep over onto Tampy's Cloppy. And Nathan goes in with 2 with the Nano Boost. Cleans those kills up with the help of Mikey on point. And despite the opening picks, despite the random staggers coming in through, they're still winning this fight right now for Rotterdam. The point will finally flip over, but they got about 53% there, Corey.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm the Pandas right now, I'm just saying they can't keep getting away with this. They flipped the points multiple times on each map right now, and with 4 ults coming in from the Mice and only 2 online from the Pandas, this could get hairy in maybe last fight territory.
Looking to take this cage control right now, force Mikey out of here. The shot comes through by a nice knife. Oh, the geometry of the map keeps Real Dog on that high ground. Tampy the first to fall. The Echo's wings clip. Nathan gonna go very aggressive here. Mikey has a Pulse Bomb, but they do not need it. No ults needed for a fight when it appears there for Rotterdam Red Pandas, as Strudel is in very deep, gonna get staggered out here. And now the ult's building up almost for the side of Rotterdam. They will have it in the middle of this fight.
Yeah, if I'm the Pandas, I'm really banking on this Nano being built here. You need that onto the Bunky to go on the Mercy or the Echo. Just sapping them out of the sky here. Hopefully they can touch point before. Okay, they just touch point before 90.
Fish just walks over onto point, and they use a Casino on point. Ox first to fall, and both DPS are gone right now for Rotterdam. Nathan drops on the point, but I don't think they're going to use any of his ults here. They're just going to try to escape with their lives. And yes, it looks like that's going to be it. But I mean, you win that fight for both the support ults. If you stagger out Nathan here, it could be huge. Nathan will get the jump just in time to get out his life. But now it's going to be last fight territory. Support ults. I mean, it's 5 ults versus 3 ults here. Who can use theirs better? It's very close.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to ult placement. You need to be more disciplined if you're the Mice here.
The Nano comes in on Nathan. Tampy falls so low. Tampy swaps, gets the duplicate off onto the Pharah, but gets touched by Riddle Dog midair. And now the picks are heavily in favor of Rotterdam right now. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. This could be the grand finals. As Tampy has a clutch up his sleeve, we'll find one, but that might be all they wrote. Mikey has the Pulse Bomb, 95%. They'll probably get last second touch here from Strudel on the loser, trying to get there in time, but will it happen? No, it won't. The pull, the touch for the ball. They get slept, but the boop is there.
Oh, the stick.
The Red Pandas can feel it in their bones, though. They are 2 split seconds away from the championship. And that's going to be it. A 4-1 victory for Rotterdam Red Pandas in our grand finals. They take home the BOON1E Bowl. They take home the Ryan Boondor Trophy. The favorites the entire season have finished, basically claimed their destiny, it feels like, here in the grand finals with a very dominant victory over the Munich Mice, who gave it the old college try at the end there. But there's just simply too much talent on this Pandas roster, simply too much coordination. I don't know what else to say. What do you got there, Corey? I mean, like you said, you scrim this team. You know the pain.
Yeah, there's not really much you can do into their team. I mean, hey. Sorry, Chubb, I was eating my tie. After a while, you just realize that the longer that you drag the fights on with the Pandas, they're just more practiced and more disciplined than you, so they will end up winning that. And you saw that on Ilios. The mice flipped the point, I think, 4 times on that lighthouse, but in the end, it didn't matter. Dread from it, run from it. The Pandas still arrive for their grand finals victory, which they have claimed. They were not in first place until I believe the last week of the season, but everyone kind of had a feeling that they were kind of underrepresented in the standings, and you saw that here, that the first seed takes the win.
Yeah, I mean, Red Seed does take the win, and I mean, you give it up to the Munich Mice, a fantastic season, of course, making it all the way to the BOON1E Bowl. They did win the Golem Bowl last week against the Charlemagne Shapeshifters, but just simply too much power for the side of for the Red Pandas. Unless you got anything else to add there, Corey, that's going to do for us here on the cast. We'll send you guys back on over to the post-game desk where they will select our finals MVP, and we'll get an interview with the winning team. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. For Corey, I've been BOON1E. Thank you all so much for tuning in and listening into the cast. We hope you stay around for our grand finals post-game desk. If not, have a great rest of your night. Stay safe, stay healthy, have a great rest of your evening. And we'll go on back over to the desk, see what they got to say about this one. All right. You guys are on.
We're approaching JoJo time. Jabba's a demon. Hey. Not cool. Fighting for my damn life over here. What are your thoughts, Jabba? I'm like, oh, ow. Look at my damn glasses.
Okay, butter.
The desk is muted.
The desk is muted.
Oh, were we actually muted?
How long? Wait, how long?
The whole time. Okay. Well, recap. Fedora said congrats to them. I said I'm smarter than all you guys because you got it all wrong. I was the only one that got 4-1 right. And then I also revealed that Connor said the Coconuts were the most gay team in the league.
Woo!
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 Hyperbole 0 in chat. Who won?
You won.
I'm over of the winning team. You won. You did it.
Yeah.
You won.
Tigers. That's fun.
Tigers.
Tigers.
Okay, so both teams did really well.
Yeah.
I love Mosi and Echo Mosi. Really
Yeah,
fun.
as soon as map 2 happened on Kings Row, I knew this series was kind of over because if the Red Pandas had their backs against the wall, they could literally just play a flyer, and I knew they would just win. So yeah, that was.
Biden looking ice cream.
Finals MVP. We were talking about this a bit beforehand, but I think we're already at the consensus. But who wants the honors? I think Muffin should have the honors of announcing it.
Oh yeah. We got it to the GOAT.
It is
The
Flambo.
absolute
Yeah.
king.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
It's
I ran
actually
for this team twice.
I'm kicking him from the call.
so it's actually Wiggle Higgle. Let's go.
There we go.
Wiggle.
Play half of the Formosi. Fantastic. Didn't really die. The Lucio gameplay. Force map Lucio. I taught that boy well. He went in, actually slammed the enemy Lucio. It was great. But I'm not biased at all. Anyway, yeah, it's Wiggle because it also just like being able to just survive in a lot of the situations and just listen to his team, and just
Okay.
to like be like the backbone diamond carry of the Red Pandas.
Well, so are we gonna be getting Wiggle in the call, BOON1E? Okay, well, we're gonna be getting Wiggle in the call and some Thursday channel limit of 5. Oh fuck, he's in. I'm gonna go take a nap. Bye bye guys.
Oh, -5. -5. Wiggle! Congratulations
Wiggle!
on your win!
Congratulations, Wiggle Higgle.
Thank you.
That's my crewmate right there.
That's my
king.
OT. OG OT, baby.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
my king and duo. Yo.
We're all taking credit for you showing up, all of us, and being the true grand final champion this season.
Yeah.
So, how are you feeling?
Pretty good.
That's good.
I went off the pain meds to have a clearer mind. It was pretty good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Muffin was telling us that you had surgery recently.
Yeah, for my ear on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing having that and then coming back this quickly and just
Yeah.
win the grand finals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good meme, BOON1E, by the way.
Yeah,
Good
I
meme.
do like the meme on main here. But yeah, so a big highlight of this match, right? We wanted to talk about support lines, especially, right? Because everyone knows the DPS potential and the kind of the old squad that you guys have on the Red Pandas, but the question coming into this series was support lines for each team, right? We highlighted at the start the Strudel and Riddle Dog matchup. Then we highlighted a little bit more in the middle of the game, right? The Panini/Scheiser and Wiggle Higgle matchup, right? And you were doing a really good job of just staying ahead, being able, especially kiting so much of that aggression that the mice are known for. So I guess a pseudo question, right, is like, who is kind of like saying, or is it just kind of like a natural thing for you guys to just be that good at kiting? Are you just like practicing that all the time, or is someone specifically saying like kite, pay attention to Reaper or Genji or who X player, right? What's going on in call when these types of things are happening?
So it is kind of like insane, but there's definitely lots of calls between everyone. Except kind of me. I definitely calm the least, but yeah, lots of echo calls of kiting and stuff.
Yeah, that's one of the things I did see a lot is your movements as a team, your kiting was very, very good as a cohesive unit, which I was very impressed of considering once again it's been like 15 weeks or 16 weeks that your team's been together, and that's a lot of improvement to coming in from just that short amount of time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we've definitely improved as a team a lot too.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Can I ask the question?
Yeah, go ahead, Muffin.
So, if it was not you and you had to choose someone else in your team that was not you to be MVP, who are you feeling, Wiggle?
Ooh, everyone did really good, but one person, probably Nathan, the go-to guy. He's always been really good, and yeah, I learned lots of champs to be just for like the team. Yeah, I'd say Nathan.
I think that's definitely a good answer, right? He's your team's MVP for a reason.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Are we doing anything else after stream, BOON1E, or are we?
I will say, make sure you do vote for MVP. You vote for All-Star, and you give some captain feedback in the captain feedback form because those will be closing soon, and the captain feedback will be sent out to those captains. So, if you still haven't done that and you wish to, please fill those things out.
Make sure you comment your name and your Discord, and then you get like really, really harsh and specific on whoever you're like talking about.
Yeah, especially if your captain is Muffin.
Yeah. Especially,
Thankfully, I wasn't captain, so we're all good.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Especially if your
We're all
muffin
good.
was chubby wubby.
Yeah.
Our mistake.
We're all good. Yeah, but Wiggle, you just did goaded. Most of your gameplay
Thank
to
you.
how not. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's gone. He was taken away from us. We got to
hell yeah.
we got to close, or any other comments that we should be make. All right. Discord changes happening very soon as the stream will end. If you are playing in Aurora Overwatch Clash next season, make sure you get your Overwatch role from the self-role assign. Please do that, because we do not want to do that individually, because we are lazy and based. So do that as soon as you can. Yeah, more revamps. Be ready to sign up for Valorant and League of Legends when those come out.
League of
And-
Legends! I love League of Legends!
Don't listen
Sorry.
to him. But yeah, I think that is it from us. Thank you everyone who tuned in. Stay tuned for a draft coming soon for next season of Aurora. Should be planned on the 7th. Yeah, be ready for that auction style draft. Will be very interesting. There are a few other changes that will be reviewed probably soon. Just check the rulebook. If you have any questions, please go ahead, DM, or go into feedback chat. But yeah, I have been Fedora Anonymous with cast. With this desk with also FlamboJambo and MuffinLumps and the Napping Angel. Production by the great and powerful Commissioner BOON1E. And thank you, Corey, also for casting. And I hope you all have a great night.
Goodbye.